Speaking of the fact that not a lot changed on TLC, but a lot changed at TLC when Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt came together and defeated Heath Slater and Rhino to become the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Did you see this coming at all?
I feel like not that, this was going to happen. I did have the feeling that we would see the Wyatt film. I mean, how could they not? I mean, you look at Slater and Rhino. They've really been on a roll for the past 3 months. But you put Slater and Rhino in a ring with one former world champion and a future world champion. How can they not come out on top? How could Orton and Wyatt, if they really are on the same page, they're going to come out on top. They're going to take the titles. And they were on the same page. And even scarier than that, Luke Harper is now on the same page, apparently, as Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, making them the most powerful trio in WWE that we've seen in quite some time.
Do you think we have a 3-man championship scenario a la the New Day with Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, and Luke Harper now?
We do. News update. WWE announced on the website a few days back that it is now official. Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton will all be recognized as SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
I don't think that anyone would be able to tell them otherwise anyway. And if Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt were scheduled for a tag team match and Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt were on the apron, which official is going to which person first to tell them that they shouldn't be there?
You might not see that official again.
I think it was easier to release the press release. I think that's the path of least resistance there. Interesting to see Randy Orton almost reluctantly, but in the end very confidently place his newly acquired title belt on the shoulder of a weary-eyed Luke Harper. Interesting moment. Now, do you feel that Randy Orton, the Viper, the true and true Viper that was feuding very intensely with Bray Wyatt and playing mind games against him prior to him joining the Wyatt family and having this coming to moment, right? Do you think that this is still playing into the Viper's long-term plan of subverting the entire Wyatt family?
I am convinced that they really are. He is a full-fledged Wyatt member at this point. I did feel that way initially, that he did join them just to kind of drive a wedge between Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt. But at this point, I honestly think he's a full-fledged member of the family. He felt that if you can't beat him, join him. And he did. And look what happened. He is now one-third now of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And this is the most interested, the most reinvigorated that Randy Orton has felt in quite some time. So I think this is better for really all three of them. And now even Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper, for the first time, especially in Bray's case, can call himself for the first time in his WWE career a champion. And that, to me, like I said, is scary and really a message to be sent in the entire SmackDown locker room.
That's absolutely true. I hold some reservation, however, that Randy Orton, his biggest critic in the Wyatt family, was always going to be Luke Harper.
Easily.
Luke Harper, for whatever reason, maybe it's idolatry, I'm not sure, because he looks up to Bray Wyatt in the same way. But when he had the Intercontinental Championship, no matter if he was dragging it, no matter if he was holding it over the back of his shoulder, however he was bringing it to the ring, he still cherished it. Swinging it around. However, I just imagine that that's how he treats most of his things. But does Randy Orton know that about Luke Harper? Does Randy Orton that cerebral and that much of a manipulative Viper that he would play and pander to his biggest critic to get him off of his back? So when the time comes to strike and put venom at the heart of the Wyatt family, no one will see it coming, and it will come out of nowhere.
I mean, it is very possible. I'm not saying it won't happen.
No, a turn is always possible,
yeah,
right?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, Luke Harper knows. He was around that point. I don't know where Bray Wyatt was, but Randy Orton rejoined the Authority upon his return not even 2 years ago, and then turned on him a couple weeks later.
Right, so
Luke Harper
pattern of behavior.
Yeah.
Everyone's on their guard, but for right now, what they've accomplished, champions.